And here we are.
God. God.
So, you're saying we need to figure out what to do with Burtok because he's maxed out.
He is maxed out, yes. He is a big, huge, experienced fighter, as experienced as possible for a fighter to be. So,
Okay.
my plan is to do a little bit of a time skip here. But first of all, I think we need to figure out what's happening with Mr. Burtok.
Yes, let's do this. I'm kind of depressed now. I didn't think about this enough to kind of get into it. Let's, gosh, because I'm thinking if he's, what are my options?
Yeah, your options are to retire Burtok
Yeah.
to some eminent position somewhere, make some kind of drastic, you know, place of importance in the world for Burtok.
Yes.
So that would render Burtok as an NPC, and you don't get to play Burtok anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Or potentially you could inhabit him again someday, maybe.
Sure.
But for the moment, at least, he's retired. Second option is to leave Burtok as he is, take on an apprentice, a secondary character, who starts at level 1 as some other class, or possibly the same class.
Okay.
So then you play both Burtok and the new level 1 character.
I see. All right.
The third option is to have Burtok transition to another class at level 1 and keep some number of skills or abilities that he's learned as a fighter.
I see.
But starting over with new level 1 class skills for a different class.
Yeah. I could honestly see him doing either the apprentice route or the multi-class route. I can't see him retiring, honestly.
Sure.
I could think of like Lady Blackadder comes along and offers him a job doing mercenary work directly for her. He'll have to leave and do like his own thing. She'll give him people, subordinates to order around, and they'll all go off and do their own NPCE adventures. And I'm like, no, but that's Burtok. He wouldn't. But I don't know. So,
all right, sure.
But
sure.
I don't like that. I don't like that particular one because that's what I imagine the retiring option doing. If I were to bring on an apprentice or something and play as the apprentice and Burtok, that would be that's kind of what I want to do. I don't know who that would be. My first thought is, can I take all the gnomes or one of the more prominent gnomes, and be a gnome? But I don't know. That would be difficult, and I don't know what I'd make them do. Especially since I would rather keep treating the gnomes as like familiars or pets or something, and then just sending them on suicide missions and stuff.
Yes, boss, we.
Paratroopers.
Okay.
What's the third option again? You said
Well,
the third option
um,
was something like
um, keep
multi-class.
a selection of moves. Right.
Yeah,
Keep a selection of moves that we agree are essential to your character,
right.
and then transition to a level 1, another class at level 1.
Right. See, I can't imagine him doing that. He wouldn't do
He's
that.
a fighter through and
He's a
through.
fighter. He
Okay.
would not
Yep.
multi-class. I could see him retiring, and I could see him taking on an apprentice, but I don't want to see him retire. So let's go ahead and take on an apprentice.
Okay.
That that seems like the thing I want to do.
All right.
And he'll just max out and stay there, right?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm gonna reconnect
Sure.
briefly. Okay.
Okay.
So, I can give you some options of classes that would probably be found in Delgaer, if that would help
Sure.
think about what people might be here. Let's see. I'm gonna move you guys over this way briefly. Boop.
Sure.
Okay, so let's see. There is somewhere in Delgaer there is a thief's guild or a thief hall. So you could potentially do a thief easily.
Okay.
The Tower of Gelengul is a school of wizardry, so a wizard might be a possibility.
Yeah.
The Delgaer guards recruit people to be thugs and keep the chaos to a minimum on the streets.
So
So
another fighter
they might
or
right a fighter or a barbarian.
yeah.
And there are a whole bunch of little tiny temples and shrines in Delgaer as well, tucked away in little shadowy corners. So a priest is also a possibility.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. I did like the idea of playing Agatha. I don't know if I want to play Agatha. I also like the idea of spellcasting in particular
Okay.
as an option because I've never played a spellcasting class ever in my entire life.
Really?
Except for stupid overhead computer games. And those were boring. You can be the
Right.
mage, and I don't want to be the mage. I want to be the guy that actually levels up a lot. But I could totally see yeah, I could totally see well, I would not say a cleric. I would
I was going to say that if you wanted to play an Agatha-like character,
yeah.
Agatha might be recruiting apprentices of her own.
Well, the problem is Delgaer isn't that friendly toward the Order of the Sun.
Yes,
And
that's
we're
true.
not likely to find anyone that Agatha would actually get along with.
That's
So
true.
I would actually wonder if we can pick up some semi-dark wizard from Galangul.
Okay.
That sounds kind of cool.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Sure. Yeah. Like a clone of Gastrag here. Sure.
Sort of. Not as foolhardy, I would
Right.
say. But
Right.
definitely somebody like him. Or somebody
Okay.
maybe. Ooh. What class is Lady Blackadder?
She's not really a class. She's more of a noble.
Right. But if she had powers, would she have wizard powers, or would she have more like just powers of thievery and cunning?
Uh, that's interesting, actually. She might have arcane um, powers, sure.
Sorry, I was zoomed into that
Seems
little overhead that one street view picture of Delgaer, which was cool. So when you switched pages, I was like, I'm all zoomed in on this ship. Okay, here's an idea. I just had an idea. Last time, we were trying to convince Lady Blackadder to lay off trying to get the designs to our airship. Because that is a Tyrium design, and she tried going through the legal channels to get a design for a Tyrium airship and was unable. And so she tried to subvert our loyalty as such.
Uh-huh.
What if she or one of her apprentices were to join up with the crew?
Oh, in order to examine it from the inside.
Yes.
Oh, that's cool. That's a cool idea.
And this person could be, I don't know, would they be I wouldn't say a thief, because obviously they're not going to be the Raffin that we already had. Is there a warlock class?
I do have a warlock class kind of sketched out. Kind of along the same lines as a hag, in terms of where they get their power from.
Right. Because I'm thinking more of the in line of the D&D warlock, where they, or what is the one, not warlock, but you have wizard, you have cleric, and then you have the third one where you get spells, which is just a generic, I am skilled because I am gifted with this skill of magic, rather than having to learn it or having to be beseeched with it.
The three arcane casters in D&D are the wizards, the sorcerers, and the warlocks.
Okay.
The warlocks have their spells from some patron that is not a god, but who grants them power because they need their abilities for some reasons.
Right.
There's the sorcerer who has magic because innately they are somehow magical.
Yeah.
Usually their lineage is some distant relative was a fae or a draconic being.
Right. Which one was that?
Who study.
Which one was that?
Sorcerer.
Sorcerer. Oh, okay. And then wizard just studies out of books.
Yes.
Okay. Because if we had a sorcerer, I could totally see. Basically, I am envisioning Lady Blackadder as a demon lady, or something like that, you know. Like, she appears as a normal human, except she's got this dark aura around her, which suggests that she came from the whatever level of hell. And I've got pictures in my head and everything. Like on her own decision, volition, she can whip out the whole spade tail and everything, but chooses not to. Succubus. She's a succubus. That's my thought.
Interesting. Wow. Okay. So
And if she were a
so yeah.
sorcerer
If
of some sort,
mhm,
but she hasn't been so far, and that's the problem. So I would rather she employ someone who is.
that sounds reasonable. It's definitely in her capacity to employ pretty much anyone except uh, stubborn crews of ships.
Right. Right.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Um,
Which, well, this is the problem though. Which dungeon world class are we considering as a result?
I think at the moment the closest would be a wizard.
Okay.
Um, I mean, I can certainly try and come up with a sorcerer
I wonder.
esque class.
I wonder if DM's Guild has anything that I could just grab. Dungeon World. Suggestions for strange half-elves. 3 suggestions for motivations for a character whose parents were killed by orcs. Oh, well, that already happened and I already figured things out. Hollow world campaign setting. The known world, it isn't flat, but it is hollow. Cool. Dungeon Master's Guide 4th edition. Oh, that's Dungeons and Dragons. DM's Guild Dungeon World. I don't know. I don't know. Dungeon Survival Guide. All this Dungeons and Dragons stuff. I don't really care at this moment.
You know, we could kind of reskin the wizard as instead of reading from a spell book, you meditate on your sorceress magical font of energy, whatever that might be.
Mm-hmm.
And so instead of having a spell book, you would have some arcane energy source or something.
Yeah.
For now, at least.
I like that. I think that might just work.
Okay.
I could go with that.
Cool. Let me just make a copy of Gastrag then.
Yeah.
Boop. Duplicate.
Although now I need the character sheet. Oh, I need a character sheet.
Gastrag.
Here's another idea. I bring in Clovis. Clovis rides back in from the sunset. I'm back. Ugh. I think that's a little far-fetched.
If we ever have like a big tournament, I'm gonna have him come back and participate in it. That'd be cool.
We didn't actually determine that Ivan was actually dead. Did we?
Ivan? No, you guys didn't. No.
So he could potentially return as well.
What do I call this guy? Lady Blackadder's.
Yeah, I need to get on a name generator.
This can be edited and controlled by Daniel P.
Yay!
And Hell Puppy is going to be here. He's just going to be late. So,
Who? Oh. Okay.
Hell Puppy?
Yeah, the puppy from hell. Got it. Did you make him a character? Or
I do have a character for him, HP,
oh,
but I'm waiting to hear what exactly
all
he
right,
wants to be. So,
all right, that works. HP. Hi, HP.
I know, like that Harry Potter, is it hit points? Is it
HP
Hell Puppy?
Lovecraft. Or
Ha ha.
what was his name? Herbert Percival.
Mm,
Was that his actual
all
name?
right, let me. What's that?
HP Lovecraft. I'm gonna just look up this guy up, this creep up. Oh, Howard Phillips. I thought his name was like Hubert, but his name is Howard Phillips.
I'm just going through here and deleting all the extra moves that Gestrag gained as a level 3
Yeah.
wizard. There we go. Okay. Okay, so you should be all set. There it is, Lady Blackadder's apprentice. Oop.
Hey, it looks just like
Nah. Yeah, I gotta fix that. But
as do I.
yeah. Okay, but you can fix it for now. So,
All right.
move
Do
this
I
back over.
want to level 1 armor is 0 right now because I haven't gone through character creation. XP is 1, right? Or 0, I don't know. HP is
0.
I don't know. Okay.
+4 for wizards.
What is?
It's card +4 for wizards.
All right. Gnomish ancestry. No. I'm just clearing out a couple more things. They don't have arcane focus, or robes, or antitoxin, or a black cauldron, or a staff of falcon transforming. How do I? Modify. No scrying, no nothing. Delete all of this person's equipment. And now I gotta look up what is the base distribution of modifier points. Was it like 8, 9?
16, 15, 12, 13, and 8 and 9. Yeah.
15. 16, 15, 12. What?
16, 15, 13, 12,
Oh,
9, 8.
13.
I'll be right back.
Okay. All right, that should do it, I hope. SRD.
I'm back.
Okay.
Hello. What was I doing? Agatha is back to full health.
Alright. Closing.
Oh, by the way, I found something cool.
Okay.
I've always wondered what controls, like, what the token looks like when you actually drop it onto the map.
Oh.
So if you set up your token exactly how you want it,
Mm-hmm.
and then delete the token icon,
Yes.
and then click on your token and say use selected token for this character,
Yes.
it will always drop and have the attributes that you've set to it when you clicked on the token.
Interesting.
That makes sense.
Kind of.
But talk is back to
Spell
health.
defense. You may end an ongoing spell immediately and use the energy of its dissipation to deflect an attack. When you draw a place of power to create a magical effect, ritual, alignment, alignment evil.
Evil. Be evil.
Load is 7 plus strength. That is fine. Spellbook is gear. And dungeon rations. 5 uses, 1 weight. Bag of books and 3 healing potions. I like that a little better. Bag of books, 2 weight, 5 uses.
That's an interesting item, the bag of books.
Yeah.
3
healing
bag of books
potions.
has... A bag of books has like 5 uses, I think.
Yes, that is correct.
And if you're making a spout lore, you can consult your bag of books for a material pertaining to what you're spouting lore about.
Huh. Cool.
And that will buff your spout lore by like 1, I think.
Antitoxins.
Then you mark off the use because you found the book.
Yeah. 3 uses. Alright. 0 weight for health potion and 0 weight for other things, according to this. Oh, and gear, dagger, weapon. I would say dagger. Well, is it going to be a magical dagger? Can I make it a magical dagger?
You can do a ritual and make it a magical dagger. Oh my gosh! We've never played a wizard. I've never had to deal with ritual before. Oh boy, this will be fun.
Yeah. 1
hate you.
weight. Okay, 2, 3, 4, 5. I am 5 out of 6. Load. Bonds. Is keeping an important secret. Yeah, this is already a no-brainer bond. Burtok is keeping a secret from me. All right. Advanced moves. No. What are my starting moves, though? Spellbook. You can start out with 3 first-level spells. Okay.
This is where it gets fun. And complicated. But
Yeah. Prepare spells. Cast a spell.
Ooh, I should make a deck of spell cards.
Thought you did.
I made a deck of many things.
True. Ritual. Ritual. And I have no other moves besides these. Because I am only level 1.
Yep. Soon power will be yours, but for now you are level 1.
Yes. Why is that T way over there? Alright. Why did they do underline in this instead of just underscore? That's what underscores are for. Well, the best you can do is a lesser version, unreliable and limited. You and your allies will risk danger from. You have to disenchant blah to do it.
Spell.
Space underscore space. Okay. That's a bit better. Oh.
I would say, Daniel,
Yes.
if you're going to list your spell effects,
Yes.
to do it on the abilities side rather than the spell side in your character sheet. Just so it's easier to see.
Oh, okay. Well, I will. I kind of want to use the spells section just because it's there.
Okay.
But yeah, we'll see. If I find it's distracting, then I'll switch. So I don't. I'm just going to ignore advanced moves for now.
Yep.
And I'm going to... Okay, wizard spells, cantrips. You can prepare all your cantrips every time you prepare spells without having to select them or count them toward your allotment of spells. Yay. Whatever that means. When you spend... Okay, spell book. You have mastered several spells and inscribed them into your spell book. You start out with 3 first-level spells, as well as the cantrips. Oh, so I have every single cantrip available?
Yep.
Okay. Light.
Prestidigitation.
Unseen servant. Cantrip ongoing. it's an unresizable thingy. Yeah, I might have to switch to your prestidigitation. I said it. Ongoing cantrip. And then 3 first level spells, right?
Yep. Any 3 first level spells.
And I will just keep them in my list, but I'll have to prepare those.
Correct.
And cantrips are automatically prepared every time I do any sort of preparation. And they don't count against my prepare allotment of thingies.
Correct.
If I understand this correctly. That's
Correct.
the thing, is I still don't understand the whole I have this much I can do. Oh, my spell books hold the spells. I teach myself the spells. Did you send me that video about spells and how you can think about them? Or did I find that myself? Where the guy was like, think of spells as like this. Half of a move that you've basically put into your head, and it's just waiting for you to finish saying the words before it actually activates. And then leaves your head, and then is suddenly... I love that visualization. Because that's kind of the Discworld thought, too. Like, he opens up the book, and suddenly this spell jumps into his brain and torments him for the rest of his life. Because he doesn't dare say it, because he doesn't know what'll happen. And no one else wants him to say it because they don't know what'll happen, because it's one of the 8 great spells that's never been uttered before and should never be uttered, and yeah, it's crazy. And so this thing just basically drives him insane and prevents him from learning any more spells. So he's the world's worst wizard because he has one of the great spells occupying all space in his brain.
That's funny.
When you release a spell you've prepared, roll +int. On a 10+, you successfully cast it, and you do not forget it. You may cast it again later. Ooh, cool.
On the 7 through 9, you have the option of something. You draw unwelcome attention. You take -1 ongoing to casting another spell until you prepare spells again, or the spell is forgotten. So you can choose to never ever forget a spell that you've prepared.
Right, unless of course I roll and fail. I do a failed roll, and then I probably do forget it. I don't know.
True.
Elf already has detect magic, and I've chosen elf.
Oh. Okie dokie. Cool.
So I'm just going to steal that and then pick 3 more. What is magical here? Telepathy. Yeah, I have to touch them. Oh. Charm person, invisibility. I will pick invisibility based on the goal. Invisibility illusion. Touch an ally. Nobody can see them. They are invisible. Can I touch myself and become invisible?
Yes. Touch an ally, you are an ally of yourself. Yeah, you can touch yourself.
Alright.
That sounds really bad.
It does.
But yes, you can.
Alarm. Alarm is a level 1 anything. Oops.
Just to let you know,
Yes.
there is an annoyance that I have with one particular aspect of Dungeon World's spellcasting
Yes.
methodology. Um, but when that comes to be an issue, I have a workaround sort of for it, but it won't be a problem for the next couple levels for you. So
Okay. I don't know. My magic missile. I still have bird talk, and I'm going to trust bird talk to do all the heavy lifting of fighting.
okay, that's true.
And besides, it's like whenever you have a wizard, they just kind of like always cast magic missile. I'm like, but. So it seems to be the go-to for like the first 3 levels to do anything
Right.
ever. Detect magic, I have that. Telepathy, I don't know. Charm person, I don't know. I kind of like charm person.
Dolcum like charm person too. Yeah.
Yeah. Enchantment. Okay. I think I
Cool.
have it. To some extent, I have it. I have this person ready to go.
Okie dokie. All right. So, how is this person introduced to the rest of the Nautilus crew here?
Okay. Can you drag them up into the characters thingy? Or maybe I can.
Unfortunately, I cannot. No,
Oh, why not? You're the GM.
I'm not the head GM.
All right. I just dragged their token out from the handouts section,
Okay.
and it still called it gas drag, and I can't select it.
Yeah. Okay, I can help with that. Where is the wizardess? Edit. Let's get rid of the default token. Yes, I'm sure. Changes. Go away. Go away. Let's get rid of the stock. Do you want a different profile picture?
Yeah. Hang on, I'm finding one.
Okay.
That one is just plain cool, and I will take it.
Okay.
DW. Save. But then I need a full. I found a cool headshot, but I can't find a cool full length. Actually, that one is cool too. And that means I'm going to change their equipment to a staff. Should I cut this out now, or do you want me to just wait?
We have time. You can do it now.
Okay. Justin Larson's Big Dumb Sorcerer, Season 3. All right.
This could work out.
Sorry. I should get my microphone stand. Close. Not that, but this one. Yes. Open with Photoshop. Gonna jump in here, add another window capture. Well, I will not worry about capturing Photoshop then, apparently. But anyway, let me go and fix this up.
Alrighty. Cool. I almost want to put a blanket over my tower to like muffle the sound, but then it would like smother.
Yeah.
End up making a fire under my desk, and that wouldn't be good.
It's like that stupid XKCD I found yesterday. Come on, I modified Emacs to use keyboard overheat as my alarm to shut everything off. Can you at least make a bypass so you can turn keyboard overheating back on? Or out of, I programmed Emacs to use keyboard overheat as my out of memory notifier. Oh my gosh. I love it.
We fixed the problem. I used that problem. Why?
Right.
Yeah.
All right, this picture has magic coming out of their fingertips, but I'll just redraw it in. Because that would be totally cool if I could.
Ba-da-ba-bum. 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 Ba-ba-dum. Ba-ba-ba-ba. Ba-da-ba-bum. 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 Ba-ba-bum. Ba-ba-ba-ba.
Click.
But
we've violated copyright again.
no,
And
I'm sorry.
I'll get a notification from YouTube that, hey,
No.
you can't do that. I'm like, but I didn't mean to. If you want to find something from Audio Machine, you totally can. Because I've signed agreements with them saying that I'll totally pay them if I use their stuff. And
What about this one?
they basically allow you to use their music, which I super duper appreciate.
I can't hear that one.
Can you volume it up?
Yeah.
Oh, we have a new player popping in.
We'll be musicless.
Ah, we have a new.
Daniel, what's your ETA for leaving?
What is my ETA?
An hour?
I have to be there at 4:30, which means I need to leave here at 4, which means actually I could go another 3 hours.
Well,
but I don't want to push it.
Right,
So
right. We can
I say
we can have this be the introduction, I think.
Sure. Yeah. And yeah.
Kind of.
Oh, and since they're here, you can totally work on the character sheet as well while I'm drawing. Because, I don't want to waste that kind of time. So feel free to just kind of ignore me for a little while, and I'll ignore you too, since I have a full screen application now dominating my efforts here. So.
Hell Puppy, can you hear us? Daniel, you can hear me? We get to do my awesome introduction. Yay! Been waiting for, okay. So long. All right. Let me know if you need any help with that. I can sing the drink song. That's not copyright infringement, right? No fair. Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. Right. Huh. No, no. Right. 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 Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Oh my god. I never noticed that halflings. A halfling thief, when you attack with a ranged weapon, deal +2 damage. They are like expert snipers, apparently. Yeah. Halflings are scary. For fighters, they get the +1 to defy danger. For thieves, they get +2 to their ranged attacks. Scary little creatures. Short little demons. They're not goblins. Shh, that's a secret. Uh, you could buy us another weapon if you wanted to. There is a couple supplemental material here. One of them is, where is it? Let me find it. I will find it. Yeah, general gear and services, which just reflects like your characters living in the world. You kind of know how much stuff costs. So this is just a big long table of what stuff is worth and kind of what it does, sort of. This was in the the GM kind of section of the book. But I don't see why your characters would not know how much a fine bow would be, or Plus, then you as a player know, oh, I could buy this, and it does this, and my character might want that. So, sorry it took so long to put this together. There is also Gastrag has gained some proficiency in actually identifying what magical items do. That is a literal move he can take. So that's what he's been doing over this small time skip, is identifying all of the items that you guys have managed to find. And he has compiled that as a list in something magical items list. Right at the top for me, Gastrag notes, magical items. Gastrag took the easy route. He just shaved his head. I'm trying not true. Okay. Fine, keep the hair. Oh, yeah. No rush. Let's see. Magical items. Extract notes. General gear and services. I just wanted to note those ones for you guys. Let's see. What else? Layout of ground up. Gear and services. Okay. So I guess I can do a small introduction to the moves that everybody has access to, regardless of their class. So in the materials, in the journal, the materials for you guys, you should have a basic moves and a special moves item. And the basic moves list all of the things that your character can do at any time. There's really no conditions that these are necessarily waiting for to happen. If you can do the bold actions here, then this move is triggered, and we roll to determine what happens. There's a couple caveats to this. For hack and slash, if you are, for example, 100 feet away from your intended target, you can't attack that character in melee, and so you cannot trigger hack and slash at that time. You can run forward, but you cannot attack at that distance. So, within the fiction of the game, can you reasonably do something is how we kind of determine how a move is triggered. Um, so we have the basics: hack and slash and volley, which is a melee or range attack. There's parlay. Drop my pencil. Defy danger covers a lot of things where you are acting despite a particular danger, or you are trying to dodge something or get out of the way, or anything like that. Discern realities and spout lore cover the moves that would be like perception checks or history checks or things like that, where you are trying to discern what is happening or what is going on, or trying to get back information about a particular thing. Okay, cool. Okay, good. Hell puppy. Most of the things are missing gear and bombs. Okay, the gear should be... You should have some gear already. In your character sheet under the thief, there should be starting gear. Which you should have dungeon rations, leather armor, 3 uses of your chosen poison, and then you can select as far as melee, ranged weapons, and something else. So. And yeah, bonds are going to have to wait until I think you actually meet up with the rest of the party, because bonds relate to other player characters and are resolved through time in the game. So it is not... Yeah, you're going to have to wait for bonds until you meet up with the rest of the party. Okay. What kind of class are you playing, Hell Puppy? And everything. Cool. Okay, yep, thief. Alright. Great. Okay. Hell Puppy, do you want me to find you a profile image for now, and then we can clarify it later on? Or find one now? La 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 la. Okay, cool. You got your gear. Nice. Very nice. Cool. We got a new player. This is exciting. This is the first time we've had a new player in 30-some sessions. I think we killed off, not killed off, but we left Ivan. Yeah. Yeah, he. La 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 la. Okay, so on this page, can everybody see everybody else's health bars and names? Because I do want people to be able to see, whether people are almost dead or not. Okay. Even the ones that aren't controlled by you? Okay, great. Okay, I guess I'm going to transition into the introduction here. Dun dun dun. Hell Puppy, if you're not quite ready, you can. I think I'm kind of going to go at a slow enough pace that hopefully you won't be pressured. Okay, it has been a year time skip here. In the shadowed city of Delgaer. For a small reference, this gloomy, shadowed picture here is somewhat what Delgaer looks like. It's very, very misty, very shadowed, lots of nooks and crannies, lots of wooden timber sort of structures, people dodging through the fog. Very nice little place. It has been about a year since you guys last ventured forth. In the Tyrium, the Golden Bazaar has been renamed the Golden Puddle. Are you guys? Okay, yeah. Has been renamed the Golden Puddle. And the guards have staked a watch around the remains of the foundation, and they're charging people to go see the Golden Puddle. It's like a little tourist attraction. There has been news over the Tyrium that Tyrium has started to produce and sell airships that are similar to the Nautilus's design. There's also rumors that Lady Blackadder has tried to procure a ship for herself through various legitimate and not so legitimate means, but apparently she has failed in that endeavor. So she has incorporated somehow a new member into the Nautilus crew, which is, what's their name, Daniel? Okay.
I don't know yet, so.
Okay. That's fine. Mysterious Person X.
Yes. For now.
Alright.
I'm going to quickly switch over to GM mode just momentarily.
Far across the sea, sorry about the different scales here, guys. In the port city of Ummoe, right about here, ruled over by the College of Bards, Belran, you have, in your journeys, you have discovered a golden skull engraved with symbols that a appraiser has identified as a Ned head. Ned. As a Ned head. Which is a sort of, it's kind of a party trick, sort of. If you ask it, how will I die? The skull will ponder a moment, and then it will give you a few ways in which you might potentially perish. Its accuracy is not very good, but it's a fun little kind of party thing. But the appraiser says that in the far-off port of Delgaer, he has heard that there is someone who is buying these Ned heads at exorbitant prices. What do you do? Ellen? What thing? Oh, that thing. The guy with the beard? That's funny. I was gonna do this if we needed time before Hell Puppy got here, but we were occupied, so I'm gonna reconnect real quickly. Hell Puppy? Bellman? Yeah.
And I'm back as a player.
Hell Puppy? Um, we were wondering what you do once this guy says that in Delgaer there is someone who is buying these Ned heads at exorbitant prices.
We are still in Delgaer, as clarification.
Into the store to get more rum, but end up shipwrecked. Give all the beer and rum to me.
Just an FYI, we have a token dropped on the main screen and on the Nautilus. And I've already hooked her up. Hmm. You there still?
I'm back.
Yes, and you can hear me fine? Because I can
Yes.
hear you fine, and I can see you fine. Just making sure.
Okay, good. I like your character, Daniel.
Yay!
I'm gonna move it to our official. Oh, there you are. Cool.
Yeah, that's the first instance of it.
Great. Great. I'm gonna see if there's a difference between. There we go. Okay, I guess there's no difference. Cool. I like it. Okay. Um. Okay. All right. About the same time, in the port of Delgaer, one warm summer evening, one summer night actually. It is about midnight, and suddenly awakening everyone in town, bells and alarms will start to ring, and a orange glow will start to appear to the south of your guys' tower shop.
And to the south? Like off in the ocean?
Like south in the harbor, like.
Well, Bertok runs out to the... We're on the ship, I assume. Or are we in the shop?
I think you're in the shop. You just woke up from sleeping.
All right. Yeah.
What do you guys do?
Well, I am ever vigilant, going to run over to the window and gaze out to see what is going on.
It looks like there is an orange glow coming from a bunch of the ships down that way. They appear to be on fire.
Oh, better make sure that isn't ours. I yell. And then quick tumble back toward into my bedroom and then clamber down the stairs, bursting through the doorway below to wake up Agatha, and then going further down to the ground floor.
All right.
At this
Agatha
point,
tumbles out of bed, opens the door, and follows you down, Bertok.
yeah, and at this point I realize I'm still wearing a nightshirt and am carrying nothing. But I don't bother to go in and actually get dressed. Instead, I rush across the market square with my fluttering nightshirt behind me and dashing across the streets and the cobblestones in my bare feet. Since I'm known for my leathery soles and stuff like that. Anyway, don't tell me, I yell. That Rolo got out of that pit. And I rush. He's taking his revenge upon us all. As I run through the streets and stuff.
Am I broadcasting now?
You are, yes.
The docks.
Okay, well, I think I'm done with the character. Except Bonds. And... Yeah, I think it should be correct.
Okay, well, Bonds, we probably don't need to worry about too much at this moment, but good. Good.
As the harbor comes into view, Bertok, you can see that the sea is churning violently, and glowing orange things are being lobbed upwards and exploding onto ships and houses alike.
Cool.
Guards are rushing out in order to try and stop whatever
so what's
is happening.
Next? Yeah. I will... Where am I anyways? I'm about here. I'm going to go ahead and head down toward the harbor to get a closer look. Looking around to see if there's anything that I can grab with which to assist. That's my idea anyways.
Yeah, there's a big hammer nearby, or a paddle thing. Or there's a deer.
Yeah, I'm not gonna take
a lamppost.
No, the lamppost won't help. Lampposts have fire. I'm not gonna use more fire to put out. Anyway, from this point at the top of the docks, what can I see? What can we all see?
Yeah, there are mer people that you recognize, swimming underneath the water. Some of them are holding glowing orange jellyfish that they are lobbing up from the deeps, and the jellyfish are like landing and fuming for a moment and then exploding into flames. A burly commander of the guard will be directing his troops to defend the port, and the other guards will be running around with spears and trying to stab into the water or extinguish the flames.
What is it we learned about merfolk? How did we kill the other one? I thought we...
that one was a particularly strong champion of the mer people. They can come on land if they take that strange herb that lets them breathe out of water.
Yeah.
The same herb will let you go underwater. They are fairly good with their long spears. And apparently these ones also have exploding jellyfish.
That is very weird. Sean, are you able to hear Hell Puppy at all? Because
Can you hear me?
No.
Because I am. He's totally online. His camera's pointed off to a wall, which is fine. But I can hear him
Really?
just fine. Yeah. Yeah, he's been saying, what are we doing? And I'm like, Sean, what are we doing? So.
Yeah, because he's not broadcasting for me, which is weird. That might be because he's on a different operating system, and if you are on this different operating system, then Roll20 will do this thing where it's like, oh yeah, I can match you and you because you have Windows Explorer and Windows Explorer whatever. But if you have something else, then fuck you.
I guess I'll try refreshing.
Okay. You said Discord? Is Discord an option? No, it's not you, Sean. You don't need to refresh at all. What he's saying is that if we're on different browsers and different operating systems, they apparently don't talk to each other.
Well, Roll20 doesn't do that.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Should I switch over to Chrome, maybe?
Should he switch over to Chrome, possibly? I'm not sure if that would help.
Honestly, I don't know. I think I'm on Windows. It's just that that I know, because I don't know if they ever fixed that, but I know that's like a thing that has happened before.
Wow.
Let me just.
Okay, I would go ahead and try Chrome, because I don't know. I'm on Chrome. Sean is on Linux?
I'm on Firefox at the moment.
He says he's on Firefox.
Yeah, Linux Firefox. Yeah.
Okay, that might be the weird compatibility issue.
All right, let me try switching over.
Okay, let me try that. Google.
To Chromium.
I do that. Let's see.
I'll be back. Quickly.
How can I be a go-between? Oh gosh. Anyway, sorry for the lack of communication there for a while, because I didn't...
I understood that something was happening, but I was making a character in the background, so that's fine. Now comes the fun part. Where we get to fight the machine that is taking over the world. But not in a cool sci-fi way. But not in a cool sci-fi way, just in the frustrating "why won't you work" kind of way.
Exactly.
And the first step to defeating this evil monster is downloading Google Chrome and see if that will actually work.
Oh, man. What is going... Oh, people asking me questions.
Anyway, I'm gonna switch operating system and see if that helps. Then I'm gonna log out and be back.
Okay, that's fine. I will be here.
Am I back, Daniel?
You are, yes. He had to leave momentarily. He's going to also switch operating systems or something.
Okay, has that worked? Yes! Problem solved.
Hi!
We win. Take that, computer. He is broadcasting now. See, look at that.
Nice. Awesome.
Cool.
Okay. Now I don't feel so...
Right.
There we go.
Hey!
Hey, yeah.
Okay. Okay, so Burtok, you suddenly see one of those exploding jellyfish flying.
Hang on, just to fill you in.
No, don't fill me in. I'm far more interested in just seeing where this exploding jellyfish goes.
Okay, well, it was more interesting seeing where they came from, but okay, yeah, I'm sure you'll catch on. It'll be easy to pick up.
Burtok, you see one of the exploding jellyfish sail out of the water and straight towards you.
Dodge. I need to dodge that, do I not?
All right.
And I managed to?
Yeah, but in dodging it, you tumble the wrong way and splash into the water.
Yes, and my nightshirt gets caught around my ankles, and I start to try to flounder in the water and make my way to shore. How far out did I manage to fall? I mean, I'm only on the very edge of the dock here, so I
you're
grab
you're
some
right.
of this
Yeah.
slimy wooden dock thing. Hang on.
All right. You can see a cluster of mer people right under where the commander is yelling for the troops to organize. They are plastering jellyfish after jellyfish to the bottom of the dock over there.
How? I will try to yell to him to get out of the way, because obviously I see that he is in danger and he doesn't even know it.
Yep.
So I will yell over, "Hey, get out of there before it blows!" They're setting they're setting off a load of whatever it is right underneath you.
Okay, he will make a dash for it. He will make it almost to safety before all the jellyfish will explode and shrapnel will shove him into the water here. Close to shore, but not quite to safety.
Wow.
The troops will say, "No, Scald, we loved you, even though we hated you."
I yell and I dive and try to swim underneath the dock, the pier and such, and get over to him to try to haul him to safety.
Okay, the Murder people are swarming him and you, Bertok. They
I feel
you can see that they are forcing an herb down his throat and trying to drag him out to sea.
I don't have anything, do I?
No.
I will grab him underneath the arms and try to pull him back as best I can, at the same time lashing out with my feet to try to hit some of the merfolk and beat them off, as it were.
Okay, sure. Make a strength check to fight in. My goodness. All right. You manage to cling to Scald and beat off the merfolk enough to give yourself some breathing room, and so that they are not actively attached to you guys anymore. Great.
And at the same time, I'm also trying to swim up to shore, possibly pull him this way, and
All right.
onto the rocky shore there.
Okay. As you do that, you see shark fins start to come up slicing through the surface of the water. One of them grabs Scald and tugs him back.
Oh.
You still have a grip on him. You can try to pull him back. Or you can try...
Obviously. Oh, man.
Yes, he screams. He says to one of the guards, "Throw me a spear!" The guard chucks it. Does it hit him? How good is his luck? Ugh. Okay. It barely misses Scald. He scowls at the guard, and he rams the spear at the shark. What is his hack and slash? Not bad. Alright. In all of the wriggling and stabbing, he manages to kill the shark. You can see the shark floating belly up in the water. But Scald has slipped out of your grasp, Bertok, and is now deep beneath the waves once again.
He's not trying to stay afloat himself, because it would be nice if he were actually attempting to get to shore as well.
Yes, there was a second shark, though.
Oh. Intelligence. How smart am I? Not smart enough. I will go after Scald and try to dive after him and grab him again.
All right, you. Okay, yeah. Make a strength defy danger to swim after him fast enough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I keep doing it. I mean, at
This-
some point, I've got to succeed
Yes.
in this endeavor. I think you really
Alright.
want to kill him, though.
I don't want to kill him. I just want to get him away from Delgaer. Anyway, you're rolling very well today for some reason. Okay, you managed to catch up to Scald. He is battling the shark with his fists, and just as you get to him, he goes limp from lack of oxygen, and the shark is battered, but starts to swim away. What do you do?
With Scald in its teeth, correct?
Yes.
Reach out with my arm, trying to grab any part of Scald that I can, but it just slips through my grasp. My own breath is starting to wane, and I probably should surface and catch some air, is my thought. So I will do so. I'll just swim up to the surface.
Okay.
I did notice that he had eaten the herb, right?
Yes.
Because if he had eaten the herb, he'll probably be fine, wouldn't he? I mean, you just made him pass out.
Oh, I'm sorry. You're right. Yes, he did eat the herb, so he would still be okay. Yes, he would still be struggling with the shark. Okay, great.
But my own breath is gone. I've gone up for air. I will still go with that.
Okay. Directly beneath you, Bertok, you can see a mer person illuminated with multiple glowing jellyfish stuck to his body. He swims in towards the still battling Scald and the shark, and all of the jellyfish on his body explode.
Oh, man. That's... Yeah.
Jellyfish Kamazaki.
Kamikaze.
Okay. Are you sure?
Yes. I'm very sure. Anyway,
Jellyfish suicide.
Yes. I reached the surface by now.
Yes.
As I see this, I don't know, underwater explosion suddenly boiling up toward me. I try to scramble onto the shore before it actually has a chance to affect me.
The blast can kind of push you onto shore if you want. That'd be kind of cool.
Yeah, that would be cool. But am I able to withstand it? Yeah, I would say I am.
Yeah. You land on your furry toes. The nightshirt drenched seawater.
Yeah.
And Scald is, well, presumed dead.
But
he will be missed. Will be missed.
Oh man.
The remaining city guard, the vice commander, will say to everyone present that I want to see his body back, dead or alive. We need our captain back, even if he's dead.
In the back of my head, I'm thinking, but you're the one in charge now. I don't mention this out loud, though.
If he's still alive, we want him back. If he's dead, we want his body for a proper burial and to give to his family and widow.
Hey, your husband's dead. Here's his body.
Right.
Delivered at the door.
Meanwhile, 3 ships are going end up and sinking slowly.
Yes.
In a majestic
they are.
Fury of flames. Anyway.
Yes. Okay. Meanwhile, across the seas, in the wonderful Ummoe. Sorry for the various scales here.
I need to rescale then. Ooh. Bard land.
Yes. The city of Ummoe is dominated by a large building shaped like a heart, where the College of the Bards are. I'm sorry, what was your character's name?
Reanbell.
Reanbell. Reanbell, what do you do?
I am a scoundrel and a lovable thief. I borrow, but so Reanbell's character voice is something like, I am Reanbell, your lovable, very handsome and of course kind-hearted gentleman thief. I am. You should probably hide away your women's and your valuables when I come into town, because I, of course, will have them both on my arms when I leave.
Wow. I like it.
Nice.
All right.
I am of course the thief class, and I am a 1st level, and that means I'm probably gonna die. But look good while doing it.
Well, that's okay. I'm 1st level too, apparently, since Bird Talk just went on to greater things, such as teaching. He's gotten his teacher's license and.
Yeah, and what I'm doing here, I don't know. Maybe there's a certain woman in town that I have my eye on. Maybe there's a certain gem or a place that I really should not be. I really want to be there. All of these things are very possible, or maybe all of them at once.
Mm-hmm.
Who knows? The life for the ones who have the skill to do all of these things is never boring.
Excellent. Wow.
All right. So, one evening when you're in this city of Ummoe, you see sitting at a table nearby a gentleman who is flashing around this extravagant golden skull.
A bit macabre for what I usually take, but I am interested.
He demonstrates to the lady sitting next to him that, hey, watch this, and he asks the skull, how will I die? And the skull ponders for a moment, and then it says, you might die from a knife in the back. You might die from a meteor. You might die from a collapsing building. And the guy expects the lady to be quite impressed, but she's like, yeah, that's interesting, but not very.
In the background, Reanbell is sitting at another table and just like, cold reading is such a amateur's game. If we are here to make predictions, I could make more fabulous ones than could ever imagine. Okay, continue. So, if he is distracted by this young lady and his attempt to get with her, I would like to try to roll my tricks of the trade.
Okay.
So, do I roll a d20 in this game?
It's 2d6.
2d6.
2d6. Okay, just give me. What am I doing? I have a button for this. Damn it.
If you have your character sheet, yeah.
Let's see. Ooh, not so good apparently.
Yeah, it's okay. It's passable.
It's just passable. Yep.
On a 7 to 9, you spend 1 as you walk through the area as... Oh wait, no, that's not correct. Tricks of the trade, where are you? On a 7, you still do it, but the general manager will offer you 2 options between... Okay, yeah. Suspicion and danger. So the obvious thing here is that I would like to relieve this gentleman of his very expensive but useful toy, apparently.
Okay.
Since I succeed, you can offer me suspicion or danger. Or whatever you want to do.
Yep. Tricks of the trade. The GM will offer you 2 options between suspicion, danger, or cost. Alright, you can either take this skull, and the guy will notice it, or you could buy this guy a couple more drinks, and he probably would not notice you lifting anything from him.
How much gold for the latter option?
5 gold.
Okay, just give me a second, because I started with some gold, because I'm a thief. So I should start with some gold. Just give me a second. Where's my starting equipment? Damn it.
Yeah, you should have 10 gold.
Yeah, I should have 10 coins. Yeah, I'll take the latter option.
All right.
I slick my hair back and I sort of walk up to him and says like, friend, I see you have a quite amazing stop myself from saying toy, skull there that can tell the future. Well, I am a man that has always been interested in my future prospects. Say, if I buy you a couple of drinks, would you allow me the pleasure and opportunity to riddle this skull for my future prospects? Yeah?
Oh, well, sure. If you're buying, sure. Yeah, go right ahead.
Yeah, I'll buy in some drinks and wait for my opportunity to casually walk up with a skull.
Several hours later, after multiple drinks, he finally just kind of slumps down onto the table. The skull just barely within his reach.
And he finished all the glasses? Or was he like halfway through the last one or something?
Yeah, he was like halfway through the last one.
Yeah, so Reanbell sort of stands up and sort of brushes himself off like he'd done a good labor work and take the glass he was halfway down, down it in one gig, and take the skull into his bag. It's just like, it has absolutely been a pleasure, you absolute fool.
Nice. Oh, man.
So, as I have now acquired something, very legally and productively, I would like to take a little look. And would discern reality give me something here?
Yes, it would.
Okay, is that an intelligence check?
Either discern realities or spout lore.
I think spout lore is better in my case. Is that what is that though? I don't remember.
That's an intelligence check.
All right. Ooh, so I get to ask you 2 questions. I don't quite remember the list, but fuck, I need to look that up.
Okay, on a 9, I get to tell you something interesting about this item, or whatever you're spouting lore about.
Mm-hmm.
So, this skull has you know through your various connections that this particular skull is very valuable to a particular person in the port of Delgaer, who has been buying these skulls at very hefty prices. So they are valuable to him.
Huh.
And apparently they can somewhat tell the future and how you might potentially perish.
Interesting. All right. Well, so as I walk the street, it's a port city, right?
Yes.
Can I find a dramatic viewpoint where I can see into the setting sunset?
Of course, yes.
Yes. As I stand there, I pick up the skull and sort of look into his eyes, just like, oh, Romeo, oh, Romeo. No, wait, that's wrong. Well, what the fuck am I thinking about? What's the fucking Hamlet quote again? Fucking...
Yorick.
Oh, Yorick, it's Yorick. What the fuck am I thinking of? Romeo? Not really. Oh, Yorick, I knew you well, or barely. Honestly, never quite managed to sit through that boring play. The part where everyone died was pretty fun, though. Stick it in my bag, and I think that's the scene. Unless you have something for me. So you said that it was in that somebody will pay for this in port. Delgaer. Delgaer. Okay. Port Delgaer. Delgaer? Is it Delgaer? Delgaer. All right. Well, I suppose the next thing I would like to do is I don't know what move I would use, but find. How do I get there? Like, is there a boat, a ship?
Sure. This is a port city, so you could probably find a ship that is going that way. I think you can just kind of ask around and eventually find a ship that might be bound there.
All right. But the big question, how much do they want for passage?
That's true. That is true. You might be able to work on the ship for part of the payment.
Yeah, I've worked as a crew before. Can you not see it? Can you look when you look at me? Do you not see a very good specimen of a sailor? Yeah, I'll do that. I should probably not tell them that the last crew I worked on was less honest merchant and more ruthless privateers, but. Yes.
So, cool. You do manage to find a ship with a captain who's willing to take you on for part of the payment as working on the various parts of the ship.
Mm-hmm.
And we begin sailing across the deep blue ocean towards Delgaer. Yay.
I feel like you should play Perilous Journey on this, just to see if you get attacked on the way.
Nah. I asked the skull before I boarded the ship if I would die on it, and it said no. At least I know that I will not die on the ship. But maybe somebody would shoot me in the back of the head when I step off the ship. Always possible. Have happened before. I saw my last captain got shot by his ex-wife. It was quite a show, honestly.
Daniel, how much longer could you stay for?
I'm gonna say.
Okay.
So.
All right. Your ship sails without incident till you get about a day away from where the captain says you will get into the port of Delgaer.
Mm-hmm.
In the middle of the night, you hear someone from out of nowhere banging on the side of the ship and asking to be let up and rescued.
Where am I when this happens?
You are probably below deck. He's like pounding like right where your head would be.
I'm in my off hours. I'm sleeping on the ship, and then when I heard the bang, I'm just like, No, that was not a dream. All right, I'm give one bang back and sort of knock on it hardly. I'm just like, be quiet. People are trying to sleep. And roll over in my bed.
When I get on board, I'm gonna gut you, whoever you are. I'll remember your voice.
I'm just like, I sort of lift my head. It's just like, oh, so that wasn't a dream after all. Sort of lift up and go up on top of the ship to see what's going on. Because I might have lied, I might have exaggerated a bit about my sailing prowess, but I do not believe that people usually sleep outside the ship, or in this case, live outside the ship in the water. That doesn't seem like it. So, is the CERN realities here?
What?
Or is the CERN realities basically, gather information about what's going on?
Yes.
All right, I will try that. Oh, I suck. Apparently, I'm very sleepy. There's nothing. Maybe it just was a dream after all.
You totally missed the crew hauling up a huge, burly, guard sort of looking man from the depths of the ocean here. He glares over at you and
then coughs up a lung or a lung wart. And
he yells for the captain of this vessel, "Where are you bound? You must take me back to Delgaer." And the captain says, "We're headed to Delgaer." That works. Carry on, then. The captain of the vessel will ask the guy where he came from, and the individual will say that he is Skald Grimskull, and he was abducted by mer people. However, all of a sudden, while they were dragging him away, they suddenly let him go and dispersed. And he was able to break his bonds and swim up to the surface, where he has been, fortunately, passed by your vessel.
I would like to spout law.
Sure. About what?
I do not believe him. I think he is lying.
Okay.
Mer people? I do not even believe such a thing exists. Whenever I waited, we never found any mer people. Well, there was that one time, but it turned out to just be a sea mannequin.
Well, when you've traveled longer and been out of the city, little pup, you can see all sorts of weird things. And mer people exist, I assure you. Aye, they do, lad, one of the older crew will say. You see them on the rocks, and they tempt you down into the deeps.
Sort of pushing the crazy guy away from me. I believe you, Mr. Old Seaman. I believe you. Trust me, I do. But please don't breathe on me. Or... Well, if there is no more show, then I suppose there is no harm to going back to my bike. Honestly, they should pay me overtime. No. I go back and take the rest of the journey unless something interesting is going on.
At that moment, the ship gives a groan as if it has run aground onto something. As if it's run aground onto a sandbar, but there is no sandbars anywhere near here.
I look up to the sky. I'm just like, universe, are you just trying to make me not be rich? I was so close, so close. I take my hand down in my jacket and lay my hand on my rapier, and I'm ready for what the fuck is going on now.
All right.
I should curse one of the gods for making this happen to me specifically. I've never done anything to deserve this. But which god should I curse? Ah, fuck it. All of them. You hear me? All of you. You're all responsible.
Throughout the long, restless, bloody night, the ship is attacked by an enormous leviathan that smashes your ship like kindling and leaves only shattered bits and pieces behind.
All right, then. Well, Look deeply into the skull. You lying little bitch.
1 second. Meanwhile, there's a lot of meanwhiles in this session. Sorry. Meanwhile, in Delgaer, what is the crew doing?
My crew?
Yes.
I would imagine after a year of living here, we kind of feel a little bit tied with the city. And so we're helping to clean up from the fires, making sure that docks are rebuilt, and other repairs are well underway.
Sure. The vice captain of the guard has offered a substantial reward if Skull is returned to Delgaer.
Bertok will think, oh, another chance. We'll have to keep a lookout for him. Maybe we can go out on an excursion and try to find him. I will mention this to my crew and say, hey, if we were to go out and look for Skald, we might get us some of that reward.
The gnomes will say, yay!
Any other opinions, objections?
No objections.
Well, it's been much too long since we've been out, so I would suggest we go ahead and take the vice captain of the guard up on the offer, and get ready for a short-ish excursion out over the ocean.
He will thank you. Your airship definitely has more of a range than most of the other airships here, and faster than most of the sailing vessels. So he will be very appreciative of your help in getting everyone back. You guys sail off, kind of trying to coordinate between the other people here, trying to do a search pattern.
Yeah, not a spherical one like in Star Trek, though.
No.
We assume he's going to be on or under the water.
Yeah.
And if he's under the water, there's no chance at all that this ship could find him.
That is true.
And I don't believe we have any equipment that could dive. And I would assume it would be futile to even try, because it's a big ocean and we're a small-ish ship in comparison.
Yes.
And where would we even know to start looking?
I know.
I mean, oh, is this a place where we could start looking?
Almost. Reanbell and Scald, you guys have managed to survive the night somehow, among all the other crew getting picked off by this Leviathan. You two survived the night and managed to make it to dawn.
Right. So as I see the map, we have a. All right. So I am. So Reanbell is sitting on the highest point of the ship with the last bottle of rum that he saved from the underside of the ship, and we are two mariners, air down in the runners. We are the only survivors. Singing half-remembered sailor song. The ships are ceiling beams. The planks are carpeting. I guess we have some time to kill. I never quite remember the other words, but I do remember that the finishing refrain is something about tying somebody to a plank and beating their nails until they break or something like that. You remember it, Scal?
He will have a dim recollection of it, but not remember the specifics.
And yet he will attempt to break in with a busty baritone and grunt and mutter along and not manage to know any of the words despite his attempts. So.
Did you say you had a high vantage point?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. From there, you can see beneath you in the water coiled the long, sinuous coils of the Leviathan, just waiting for one more little tidbit of meat to show.
I sort of wave out this like, not yet, Carl, not yet. But maybe after. What is this? Maybe after my fifth one. Maybe that will be the time. Carl, I never thought I would be so close friends with such a horrible abomination of nature that has eaten countless of my very short-lived friends on this ship. But I am telling you, Carl, we have a connection that few creatures of different states of being can have. I drink the last of the Reanbell and throw it at Carl.
Ooh, I recognize that.
Can you guys see that?
Yes. There's some sort of...
No, I see it on the GM layer. Oh, no, it is on the map layer.
Yeah, I see it.
Okay. If you can see it, that's cool. All right. The Nautilus, you see a shattered ship. A shattered ship. On the laying in pieces on the ocean.
Mm-hmm.
A lone two figures are visible on the deck.
One of them is horribly off key.
Yeah. Do I recognize any of them? As one of the gnomes yells, "Hey, we've got something!" From nice scramble up to take a look.
If only you guys had the telescope with you.
Why? What is that? I mean, you gave it to me. It's right there. Unless you forgot to just remove it.
Sorry, that's just part of the image. Oh, you guys can have maybe a duplicate telescope.
No, it's a bronze telescope statue. It's a statue of the telescope. It's not a real one. The gnomes like playing with it, pretending.
Hang on. Yeah. I made the wrong thing visible. Really? Roll 20 needs to not hog my memory.
That's nothing compared to my problems this morning, but I won't go into that again.
Okay, you and Agatha are on the front deck of the Nautilus, hovering over the broken ship here. Reanbell and the crew on the Nautilus, you guys from your high vantage point can make out dark.
Ooh.
Is it visible now?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
That's cool.
Dark coils beneath the water and a glowing dots that are illuminating. As this Leviathan waits for one more little tidbit of food to appear. I'm trying to put it onto the map.
You are so impatient, Carl. I have told you so many times. You have to at least be halfway through finishing devouring your salad and your main meal before you get dessert. Sort of.
Nautilus crew can see the Leviathan, right?
Yes.
Okay. Do I also spot Scald there? I mean, I would recognize him if I saw him. We had pretty few intense seconds there trying to make it to shore.
Yes, you can recognize Scald as being the guy who.
I yell back, "We found him! Get a rope!"
Hooray! Fire the ballistas!
No, don't! I never said fire anything. Get me a rope.
Oh, that's not as fun. One of the gnomes comes up with a rope for you, but
We tie it off and halt and throw the coil down to Scald to try to get him up to safety.
Is there rope? Is there rope on the abandoned ship? Like a piece of rope somewhere?
yeah, there's plenty of pieces of rope around. Yeah.
All right. Then I would like to find a piece of rope and and some kind of hook-like object to make a makeshift rope and hook line.
Grapple.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sure. You can.
Grappling hook.
Nice.
Make a wisdom defy danger.
Can I argue for tools of the trade because I am a thief and therefore therefore this is a thievy-like object that you use to scale houses and steal shit?
Sure.
Oh, that's not very good, but barely.
All right. Running around like crazy, you do manage to scrounge up the materials for a grappling hook and rope. Scald has recognized you guys, and he's climbing up the rope. When all of a sudden, the Leviathan will give a lunge upwards, and its massive jaws will close onto the front deck of the Nautilus and slowly start to pull the whole airship down with its massive weight.
I would like to use volley.
Against the Nautilus? Okay, sure.
I would like to take out one of my throwing daggers and try to aim it right for the Leviathan, right for my good friend Carl's eyes.
Okay. For a volley.
Make a dexterity check and then...
Yes. I just don't remember what the options are for...
I believe it's like half damaged or waste a shot. Or...
Okay. Right. You can take those options. You can place yourself in danger or get -2 to the damage or reduce your ammo by 1.
I'll reduce my ammo by 1.
Okay.
And is it just my my class damage, or do daggers have their own damage?
Just your class damage.
Okay, that doesn't seem quite right.
I agree.
What?
I've been harping on this for weeks. I wish weapons had their own damage, and I don't know if...
No. I mean, this doesn't seem quite right. I have apparently done something very wrong because it just rolled 40s. Okay. Is it supposed to just be 8 like this? Like it's supposed to be my class damage is a D1, not D8. So in damage, do I write 1 D8 or just 8, or how does that work?
I think you just say D8.
It looks like...
Yeah, okay, so I want 1 D8, but if I do that, then this will come up.
Really?
So I'm not...
Because it's running as 11 D8. It's like an extra 1 got put in there or something.
Okay, that's weird, because I swear I've only had 1. So I'm not sure what...
I'm going to try to say D8 and then try rolling that.
I'm just gonna write it in manually. I don't know what happened there. Okay, so it takes 3 damage.
Okay, so
I cannot invoke backstab on this, no?
No.
Okay, fair enough.
Scald will continue to try and climb the rope. He's kind of kicking off the side of the Leviathan as he tries to scale with his brute strength. Bertok, what do you do?
Bertok is also hauling the rope up himself, maybe eliciting the assistance of a couple of gnomes to help with Scald's weight. I would assume Reanbell is pulling himself up with his own rope. Correct?
If I can.
Yeah.
If I can.
Do I notice that?
Mm.
I mean, there's been a grappling hook on the railing here.
I mean, the question really is, what takes a captain's very important priorities?
Right.
The giant sea worm trying to eat his ship, or the lone passenger climbing up the side of it. I mean,
right. Good point.
And really, you only have eyes for Skull. I mean, I am just. I wasn't even here. I was always on the ship. Don't worry about me.
Yeah. As I am hauling on this rope, watching bits of it fray as it pulls onto the deck. In the meantime, hearing Scald's grunting and straining as he inches ever upward. The teeth of this Leviathan start splintering the wood beside me, and I yell back, "Now you can fire those ballistas!"
Yay!
Are the ballistas in sight?
They are on the side decks. There's 2 side decks that.
I would like to make my way over to one of these ballistas.
Are you on board yet?
Can I be? You never said how long it would take. I just.
Yeah. I guess eventually, yeah, you would gain the deck. Sure, you can make your way to one of the ballistas. Sure.
Okay. What do you want from me for firing the ballista into this very scary creature?
A ballista is a volley, but it has its own damage of 2d6.
All right. Okay, that doesn't seem.
Okay.
Did I not do that wrong? Did I do that wrong? God damn. Okay, let's try that again, because I'm doing it wrong apparently.
No, that
There
sounds
you go. That's better. Yeah, 11.
Okay, you have a clear shot at its eye. You can see the bolt pierce its eye. The thing gives a shriek, and the gnomes also fire. They bounce off its scales. They don't hit its eye, but they manage to distract it a little bit. Bartok, you can see that its mouth is starting to go slack, and it is seeming to be weakened by these bolts piercing it. Mm-hmm. What do you do?
Is there a chance I could run over and cleave through one of its teeth? See if I can just make it slip off, because that would be kind of fun.
Yeah.
Would it be a... Ooh. Would this be an inanimate object? The tooth of a leviathan? In that I could bend bars and just destroy it? It probably doesn't matter. It's the same.
Why not? Let's go with that. Yeah, that sounds... Okay. 8. All right.
Let's go with it doesn't take a long time and we can fix the rest of the ship from the damage I do to it.
All right. So it makes a tremendous amount of noise. The entire, the whole figurehead of your ship is wrenched off.
Including all 3 heads.
Yes.
Oh man, we've had those for so long.
I know.
Okay.
Well, if the heads were still on there, if you removed them at an earlier point, yeah.
No, I did not.
Okay, all right, the heads are still on there. Yep, the head and the figurehead of the ship get wrenched off by the Leviathan, falling away back into the ocean with a huge splash that sinks the rest of the ship into splinters behind it.
The sunken ship.
Yes.
Okay.
The gnomes all cheer. Hooray!
And then I hear this.
In the background, I'm clapping. Sorry. Trying to blend silently into the crowd of very small people. Catch them a little.
And we all hear this squeaky voice. Let's hear it for the new guy, too! Off in the distance. And I'm like, what? What's going on?
Friend. Shh. I'm just like, shh, friend. Do not spoil this for me. Just leave me alone.
So, what's that?
We have him, I exclaim and clap Scald on the back. There's a reward out for you. They'll be very happy to have you back at Delgaer.
I'm sure there is. And I'm sure there will be.
In the back, and I'm just like, there's a reward for that. There's a reward for that lazy son of a... Damn it. Should have taken him out when I had the chance. I'm sure that would take good for the cops as well. At my back, and says like, at least I still have the skull. Or the other skull.
Bartok, I think you would have noticed at some point that there is a new person on board besides Scald.
Yeah, roll the sound realities.
Yeah. I turn to him and I say, hey, where are you from?
Oh, you took me on board. Well, Captain, where is anybody from, really? It's a big world, and it's a very philosophical answer. I mean, I like to think of myself as coming from the people, people that I met all over my journey of life. And they all form who I am. That is the way I like to think of it. But if you're asking where am I from in this sort of practical situation, well, you picked me up in the last crew hire. Hi.
Oh, did I?
I'm lying my ass. No, you didn't. I'm lying my ass off.
Yeah. We usually employ only gnomes, or goblins, or smaller individuals. But
what are you trying to say? That I'm not small?
I look up at you and I say, well, not to me anyway.
I thought this sort of workplace was past such things. I thought we have moved past this as a society. I understand. Not everyone.
Sizes.
I understand not.
You sizist.
Yeah, excuse me, sir. You are clearly not a gnome. You are indeed a human. It's like, how dare you? How dare you, sir? I have you know that my mother was more gnome than you would ever know.
Oh, man.
All right, so with a new crew member, with Scald Grimskull on board, what do you guys do?
I would say we probably go back to the port, claim our reward.
Oh,
I mean, that's kind of the short answer, but the long answer is, we can assume, well, I would imagine Scald having filled us in that, this was a guy that I sailed with. They picked me up after I escaped the merfolk, and he was the only survivor other than myself. So he's a good chap.
Yeah.
He's a good guy.
I totally agree with this gentleman's description of my character. I'm a very, very good chap. Absolutely stuff-free. I was working on this ship for paying off my medicine bill for my poor old mother, and oh dear, what shall we do now? I am such a good guy. You wouldn't even believe.
And I will say to that, well, Scald and I go back a ways, so I wouldn't just take him. No, I would say I can trust the word of my friend Scald. Welcome.
Yes, you can always trust the word. You can always trust the word of skulls.
All right, you guys sail back to Delgaer. Scald marches up to the guard barracks and personally brings you, Bartok, a sack of gold for your exemplary return of the captain to his rightful city.
I look at the gold and the back, and I'm looking at the gold sack and just like, no, save your life. Later maybe.
Yeah, that's gonna go straight to our coffers.
You have nothing, Captain. Do not worry about me.
Although I don't suspect a thing.
No, yes. I don't know. The thing is, the one thing I never understood in some RPGs is sort of like somebody's like, "Hello, I'm the rogue," or "I'm the thief." It's just like you don't announce that.
Yeah.
You just do it in secret. God damn it.
Right. But our profession being what it is, having been what it is for a long time, we don't assume everyone's a good guy, but we're also not going to distrust everyone we meet. Only the ones.
Captain, I am appalled. Are you insinuating that me, Reanbell, is somehow not of an upstanding quality character? How dare you? How dare you? I will show you so many witnesses that have nothing but good things to say about me, because I paid them to. But they exist. And their testimony, even though it's paid for, is just as valid.
Oh. Well, I had a friend like you once. You remind me of him. Sadly,
yes, I've heard that I remind a lot of people of many others. It sort of comes with being a charming, aloof character as I am.
Mm-hmm. Well, my friend was not so charming, but he definitely was an interesting sort, prone to mischief. Hopefully you're not as prone to sudden bouts of impulsiveness, such as taking a staff of death and immediately casting the worst thing you can with it. But he could pick a lock like none other.
But death is such a bourgeois thing of dealing with. There are so many more fun things to cast from such a wonderful object. Frankly, your friend doesn't seem to have much imagination. Not that I should judge, really.
No.
I mean, what do I know?
Yeah, there's no point. There's no need for you to judge. He ended up becoming a leg, and he now inhabits a leg, and we have no idea where he is. He had a fake leg, and now his spirit embodies the leg, and the leg has gone on to do grander, more nobler things, I guess. But
well, Captain, that sounds like a truly fascinating story, and it seems like your friend really got a leg up on the competition.
Oh, yeah, I will laugh at that.
Everything bad in the universe deserved to happen to this character, but I love him.
Phew. That was fun.
You two can
I got to do my Leviathan introduction. Yay, I'm so happy.
Looking at the time, I do need to get going.
Yes. Yes.
Of course, you two can hang out as long as you want, but
I sadly have to go in not so long either. But I have some question about the game. If you would like to film me.
Sure.
Well, if you need to go, you need to go. I was hoping to.
I was like, maybe I should answer all the questions, but Sean's the more knowledgeable about things, so I will let him take it. Thanks for joining us.
Yeah, thank you.
My pleasure. My pleasure.
Take care. See you later.